We are grateful. God
Thank
bless
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. Olatunji is joining us now. Olatunji, how you doing?
Fine.
Good
This
evening.
Olatunji Said calling from Odi.
Welcome.
Yeah, I'm just using this opportunity to pay my own last respect to the late Sir Rotimi for his wonderful achievement, what he has been doing to us. The man is a good man. And of course, I want Nigeria Info to even continue that in public square, because that is the program, most of us here look up to until when you people stop it.
Yeah.
So we always look up forward to that Friday evening. So please, I want to immortalize him with that program. Let that program continue in his memory.
Right.
Thank you so much. You people are doing a fantastic job.
Thank you, Mr. Olatunji Said. Thanks for calling. Yeah. Thank you. Ikenna is joining us now. Ikenna, how you doing?
Well, thank you.
Good evening to you. Yes,
Good
please.
evening. Yes. The life and times of Rotimi Sankore. Rotimi Sankore was one presenter on radio that made me himself and Agogo.
Agogo Obo.
Yes, it made me every Friday. I'll always listen to my radio. And in some of your adverts, the adverts you guys play, the adverts talking about your program, your programming. Sometimes there's always this one of his comments that comes up in one of those adverts. So he was one individual who stood out for me. One funny thing about life is that the likes of Rotimi Sankore, great minds, you have very few of them in every society. You have very few of them. You have very few great thinkers. You have very, few great achievers. And fortunately for Rotimi, he fell in one of those. He fell in that category in this present day and time in Nigeria. It's unfortunate that at this point where Nigeria is now, this is when we needed him the most. But I think God knows best. God felt it's time for him to go. And, he has gone to meet his creator. I remember the interview you had with him on one of those, your morning shows.
Yeah.
When, the news was broken that he was battling with cancer. He sounded so alive.
Yeah.
In fact, I felt that he was I felt he had already survived it, actually. I felt he was already out of it.
Yeah.
Because I remember you asking him, when is he coming back on air? And he said he'll be back on air, I think the following week or so. But I continued hoping to hear from him, and he wasn't coming up on air. But what can we say? We can only say that he did his time, and he did his time real well.
Yeah.
Life is not about the amount of years, but the impact you made.
That's right.
He made a meaningful impact. He made a significant impact.
That's right.
I just hope that our policy makers, our decision makers, will take some of the things that he said. He was a man of data. We refer to him as a data journalist. He was a man of data. So I hope that our policymakers will take some of the things he said into consideration while we try to keep aspiring for a better Nigeria, while we keep aspiring for the development of the North. We see the insurgency, right, coming up everywhere. We're talking about Yoruba Nation. It's still part of the whole talk that Rotimi stood for.
Yeah.
When people are impoverished, when people are uneducated, you can get them to do things that they don't even know where they don't even understand the beginning, not to talk about the end. People just move based on sentiment.
Thank you.
He did a great job. May his soul continue to rest in perfect.
Amen to
And
that.
Nigeria Info, you guys keep up the job. You guys are doing a great job.
Thank you.
I don't know how many stations run like Nigeria Info runs. All your programs are all excellent. And it's so interesting to hear that Rotimi was, he was a huge contributor to what Nigeria Info is today.
He gave us the foundation. He built the foundation.
Yes, it's so interesting to know
for
that.
the new Nigeria Info.
May his soul continue to rest in perfect peace. And may you guys continue to move on in glory, move on in style.
Thank you.
Yeah, cheers.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you. Malik, I'll come to you. I just want to hear what Kemi has to say about Rotimi Sankore. Kemi, why are you looking at me like that?
Okay. So, but jokes aside.
Sorry, Kemi, please go on.
Okay, so I never really got to meet him one-on-one because I think I came around the period where he wasn't really around often because he was a bit ill.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I was here when he needed like someone to anchor or like help with the
Help him
board.
produce. Yeah.
And yeah, he was such a polite person. He was so very, he didn't even look at the fact that I was younger and just tell
Yeah.
me, "Oh, no, he was so very nice, like very nice uncle." So yeah,
Oh.
he'll be greatly missed.
Yeah, he will be. He will be. That's okay.
Power surface decor.
I'll see you later, Kemi. Yeah, we'll see next talk more about Rotimi Sankore. Yeah, okay. So Lagos, we're gonna step aside. Let's take a break. We've got the news for you at the top of the hour. When we return, we'll continue with our next conversation on Hard Pack. Still Nigeria Info 99.3.
Lush